What's up, party people? Whack, 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 whack. My name's Chris, and I'm a bookaholic. What's up, yo? Okay, today I just want to do a quick just nod to some awesome indie authors that I've gotten some of their stuff. I'm pretty excited about reading it this year, and ultimately this is just me kind of soaking in the goodness of what's coming out and what has recently come out and what I can't wait to jump into. So anyway, it's not necessarily a huge big book haul, and it's not even necessarily an episode of From the Stacks, although it did come from the Stacks. So what this is just simply I'm loving these indie authors. I love the quality of the product that's being produced or released, and I love supporting them. So I mean, it's a big part of my whole thing is snagging what's out there when I can, and just hopefully putting a little bit of recognition on some authors that are putting in the blood, sweat, and tears, putting in the time, putting in the effort, and I just want to sing their praises. To be honest, all of these books I've not read yet, so I'm pretty pumped about it. This is going to be a great year for me with books. All of these are going to be showing up at some point, I think, this year on my TBRs. But my thought process and my kind of joke lately is the best way to know that your book will not be read is if I say I'm putting it on my TBR. So I'm not going to say that about this stack. I'm going to just say that I will approach these when the mood hits, and if that's my approach, then they're going to get read. That's what I'm saying. But the moment it seems like I say these are going on my TBR, they just sit there, and they're like, what are you doing? Why are you reading that one when I'm the one? I'm next. You ever been driving, for example, and all of a sudden that car everybody's going to merge into this lane, right? Into the right lane, let's say. And some dingbat is going to just speed up and at the last possible second scoot in, or even worse, they're going to put their blinker on and look at you like, "Aren't you going to let me in?" You're like, "Hell no. You're going to have to wait like the rest of us." And then some nice old person lets them in. All of that actually does relate to my TBR pile because, see, seriously, some of these books, these are all new, and I mean, I have a house filled with books that are like, "What about me? I thought you loved me." I don't know why they all talk like that, but they really do. Okay, here we go. Zoobop, doobop-doo. The last thing I am gonna do though is I'm gonna show you two things that are so cool that I got. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, as per usual, my lighting is weird, but I really don't care. At this point, I don't care. Why? Because there's like 7 people who watch the videos, and at least half of those are me. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, like, nobody's complaining about the lighting. I mean, there's not enough people watching to complain about the lighting. And if they did complain about the lighting, I would just simply say, "I see what you're saying, but I don't know how to fix it." Here we go. Here's my first nod to awesomeness. I want to draw attention to Christopher Russell, Remnant, and Rebirth, okay, part of that Divinity's Twilight. Now, look, I know Andrew over there, I think, has been talking about this already. He loves it. That boy, I'm telling you, he knows how to read fast. He's got it. He's in the zone. He's crushing it. I take a little bit longer, okay? But I am pretty geeked about this, and actually, I do believe I've already started. Divinity's Twilight. So this is the one that has the big long intro, and then I think you jump a bunch of years into the main story plot. So I don't mind that. So I'm kind of going to be cool with that. Again, I think part of me wants to say I'm going to read these this year. It's going to go on my to be read pile. But the truth is, I don't want to jinx it. So I'm just going to say these are beautiful books. Pretty excited about them. I got them from the author. Bought them. And then I think he signed them. Yeah, to my favorite person ever. I'm making this up right now. To Chris, you had me at, can I buy your book? Okay. Anyway, so yeah. But I think part of this whole thing that for me that I'm pretty geeked about is that the quality of the book is awesome. I'm digging it a lot. So I like the feel. Illyrium Publishing. So I don't know. I'm gonna guess that that's Russell's own kind of publishing house that he's created. That's what a lot of us, artist folks do. We kind of create our own publishing houses, and yeah. So that's kind of neat. Yeah, at the end of the day, when you're self-publishing, there's a lot that goes into that. It's not cheap, and it's certainly not necessarily easy. But once you get some things figured out, it's kind of cool, and you can make some money. So I hope these guys are making some money out there, and if I can spread the word and get people interested in their stuff, I'm all about it. So yeah. For shizzle. Anyway, so Christopher Russell, some people are loving his stuff. Like I'm hearing great reviews from it. All right, here's a couple other. I got like a couple from each author here. All right, Darren Hanshaw. I'm kind of excited about this. The Engineer and the Dark Heart of Redemption. The Engineer, and then the Dark Heart of Redemption. I mean, the covers are pretty bad to the bone. And again, I kind of feel like, okay, this is a pretty cool, substantial book. It's put together really well. This is the publishing company. Again, I'm going out on a limb, and I'm going to say it's him. He created it. The Engineers Press. I think both of those, Russell's and Hanshaw's books, they're second to none. Like I don't feel like there's some huge massive gap because it's self-pub. In fact, the quality of self-publication books is pretty darn good right now, and the avenue and the way that you can go about it is really good. So here's a couple others I'm pretty excited about. I've already read Thrice by Andrew D. Meredith, but I'm gonna get on the collation stuff here. I hesitate to say real soon because I don't want to jinx it, but Games Afoot LLC, I'm going to guess that that's his publishing kind of avenue that he's using. Look, I even put a half-price bookstore bookmark in here. That's how serious I am about reading this. But anyway, I like Andrew Meredith's writing voice anyway, so I'm kind of already invested in him. I think, again, I did the same thing. I reached out and I asked him, hey, do you mind if I buy your books? And oddly, he said, I don't mind. So that was kind of cool. I got these two and then Thrice, which I read, and I thought Thrice was phenomenal. So I'm pretty pumped about that. I just touched one of the lights is already mocking me. Don't panic. So I'm pumped about that. Here is, though, this was one of my first. Wick Welker, the man, hooked me up, and legitimately, these probably cost like $50 just to mail, but he's like, you know what? For those 6 people that watch your channel, and I think he's one of them. Yeah, let's get these books in your hands. And I thought, that's awesome. I mean, they're amazing. They look phenomenal. They feel great. Dark Theory and Refraction. And again, I like Wick Welker. I like Wick Welker, and I like his online presence. I feel like he's approachable. He's cool with interacting with people who are interested in his works, and he likes the scene and the flow. So he's also a fan of science fiction and fantasy. I mean, what more do you want? I mean, you got a guy that's in the zone who's loving writing and being a part of that whole world of science fiction and fantasy, and then dog. And this, by the way, this sword here, that looks legit. That sword will cut you. Catch me outside. How about that? First of all, I want to just sing Palmer Pickering's praises because, first of all, so generous. Palmer was so amazing. Sent these out. I got Star Children Saga 1, okay, Heliotrope, and Star Children Dose. So I'm a little bit unsure which one I'm going to dive into first, but I was hooked up with these 3 books, and I'm super pumped about these. So again, I'm not going to say I'm jumping in and reading them immediately, because God forbid I say that and then it doesn't happen. And then here's a couple more, and then I'll show you my little cool thing that I got for Christmas. This is We Break Immortals, and Thomas Howard Riley. Now, I have to be honest, Advent Lumina 1, I really, really like the vibe of this. I don't know what the deal is, but this cover just does it for me. So I'm already, suckered in by the cover. This is such a well done, cool book. I mean, the maps are fantastic and it feels great. It's a monster, but it looks awesome. I'm pretty geeked about that. And then I just wanted to draw attention to JDL Rosell. Forgive me, Rossell, the Ranger of the Titan Wilds, book 1. So this is a new series. I supported him and backed him on Kickstarter. This was my first time, I think, doing Kickstarter. I was pretty pumped about it, and it came in the mail, and I'm super geeked about it. I could have read it through the digital format already, but I think I just wanted to, I kind of wanted to hold the book and read the book, just because I had bought it. It's a special kind of edition, Kickstarter edition. I got some really cool bookmarks that were also a part of that. So I'm geeked about that. Look at that. What the heck is going on? That tree is pissed. Or is it a bat? It's a monster. It's a Demogorgon. These were, so well done. Okay, my bookmarks are falling. You're all right? You're all right? Everybody's okay? Here's a couple others. One is Ken Grimwood. I'm pretty sure this was Josh who was raving about this. So, again, this is kind of a Groundhog's Day, revisiting the same day over and over again, which I just started that series, Russian Doll. I think it's on Netflix or something. It's the same idea. That, along with Claire North's The First 15 Lives of Harry August. Now, I've heard nothing but high praise for both of these. And I'm not a huge time travel, kind of book guy, but I did enjoy Mark Lawrence's trilogy where he kind of played with that. And so who knows, maybe this year I kind of mess around with a couple of these and we'll see. But I like the way they look. This is a little bit creepy. And last but not least, again, probably one of the bigger names in self-pub is Rob J. Hayes. I've not read his stuff yet, so I ended up snagging a couple of these. We're going to give them a whirl. I know that I think Tori just raves about them, and some of the other guys, and gals out there, they've been reading them and loving them. So I'm going to give them a whirl. I got just a few. We'll see. And if I like them, maybe I'll keep hunting them down. But again, all of these, all of this outside of this, Ken Grimwood, this is a traditionally published book. And then I'm pretty sure the same is for Claire North's. But I think everybody else is self-published books. So again, I'm a big fan of that, and I love it. So nothing but mad respect for all these guys and gals out there that are publishing their stuff. They believe in what they're doing. They're geeked about it. They're going after it. And here's the cool little thing. So I'm a journal freak. I think I did a video recently that went up just on all of my cool journals that I love. I'm picking off a sticker, by the way. That's what I'm doing here. So I don't know where I was at, but I found this. This was brand new. It's a journal that I picked up at a thrift store. It was like $2. Never been used. But this Christmas, my wife, who knows me so well, I can't remember her name. So anyway, it's Linda. That's right. I'm just kidding. She bought me this journal. This is the coolest journal I think I've had ever. And partly because it is the awesome homemade thick paper that I love. And I love journals like that. So this is so freaking awesome. And it's It's leather, it's soft leather at that. It's got that kind of worn vibe. You would see that, Gandalf would be reading out of this like, "Dear Diary." So I was so happy about that. Anyway, that's one of my funny things. I love journals and like paper, homemade paper, and it's not lined, so I can just kind of sketch, or I can doodle, or draw in circles, and no big deal, right? So anyway, this was such a cool gift. So it was awesome. I hope my wife loves the vacuum cleaner I bought her. All right, I'm just kidding. Hey, listen, these are just some of the self-pub books that I love, and I hope that you're reading something phenomenal as well. And the truth is, I love this stuff, and I hope you do too. P.S. By the way, for those of you who are interested, I have my Discord all figured out, I think now, and by figured out, like, it's up. And then I also have I have an Amazon wish list, and for those of you interested, my birthday is in January, so hint, hint. Long and the short of it is, let me know what you're reading, and hopefully, basically, I'll put out another awesome video soon on self-pub work. And there are just a lot of great YouTube channels that are highlighting, booktube channels highlighting these awesome authors who are just crushing it. And so I'm a big fan of all of those channels, and I'm watching them just like you. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, and I love this stuff. I hope you do too.